Let's talk about app triggers. App triggers are divided into two categories: polling triggers and webhook triggers. So, not the same as this listen for webhook. Apps actually send our servers events when things happen instantly if it's a webhook trigger. Some apps, most apps actually, don't send webhook events to our servers. So, what we have to do is we have to check every minute, every 5 minutes, every 15 minutes, depending on the plan you're on. So for example, Google doesn't tell us, hey, Joe received an email, run his workflow. So what we do under the hood is we check every minute or every 5 minutes or every 15 minutes to see if you got a new email. And if you did, then we run your workflow for you. There are some apps, in this case, Slack, for example. Slack does send webhook events to our servers. So if as soon as you get a message, instantly our server gets that and we run your workflow immediately. So if you're ever building or testing your workflows and say you're on the free plan, which is a 15-minute polling interval, you might send yourself an email to test it, but you do have to wait 15 minutes sometimes to see that event come through. Or maybe you happen to be testing it right a few seconds before it checks and you just happen to get an instant response. But that's the difference between them. Pollers check every few minutes and webhooks receive an event. You don't actually have to know that, but that's just for you to understand the behavior of what's going on with some of these triggers. We do plan to add like a little symbol next to webhook triggers so that you know and you don't have to be guessing. Or you can go to our documentation, and our documentation tells you as well.